Good afternoon, everyone. We'll wait a couple minutes to have everybody's get on. Okay. Can we see how many is on yet? 48.
Yeah.
No,
And then when there's the chat part, then we will go.
I don't want to.
We just in case that they send us something.
Now, is everybody muted?
Yes.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. Happy Good Friday. So great to see your mostly smiling faces. We miss you guys so much. Appreciate you tuning in today for the update. Hopefully our information today will be beneficial to you. And we will also have time for questions. If some have comments or questions, we'll try to answer those. So it's a special day today, Good Friday. However you celebrate Good Friday, I wish you well. Great moments of meditation and taking the time to really search yourself, be with your family and enjoy that time, that special time together. Make it as special as you can. So I wanted to give kind of just an update of the timelines that we've all endured in this unprecedented time. We first learned about this late January. I came back from China the end of the third week, almost the end of the month, and almost did not land until we heard that there was this terrible virus in China. I came back with a cold. I actually was worried for a few days that I might have something, but thankfully I only had a cold, so I got over that. But we've had quite a few things happen since the end of January. We started right away with our sanitation and protecting ourselves, our guests and our team members here at the hotel, wiping touch points, which you should still continue to be doing at home. And of course, wear the mask. You know, it's a mandate, at least in California and nationwide. When you go out, certainly recommend that you wear it to protect yourself and those that are around you. In February, we had already received a couple $1 million in cancellations, which did cause us to have to change our business model and lay off some folks. Again, I want to remind you that we didn't reduce hours as a point. It would have been maybe easier to do that for a while, but it would not have helped you. So as we put you on full layoff, or at least full day layoffs, you were able to apply for unemployment insurance. By show of hands or a wave at me, how many of you are already starting to receive checks? Okay, I see a few hands. Hopefully all of you will begin to receive those. I will tell you that you need to apply every week. You know, you apply once and then every week you need to go in and update. It's not a touch it once and forget it. The checks will stop if you don't go in every week and update your schedule, whether you're laid off fully or partially. So don't forget to do that. It's not a touch it once and forget it. So remember that. The middle of February, February 14th, Valentine's Day, the park closed their doors for the first time in the history of opening the park. Of course, we're a destination location, and that's where we live. That's where we are. The people stopped coming to the park. The people stopped coming to our hotel. So we've been very, very minor, single digits occupancy for the most part. I think last night we actually had 17 rooms. It was a high water mark. We had 16 a couple times, but last night, 17 rooms. So we were on a roll last night. We started layoffs right after the park closed. We actually had to close our outlets, as you know, our famous seafood buffet on Friday, Saturday, Sunday on the 20th of February. And it remains dark. The tables are empty. They're bare. No people, no lights. You're not here, and we miss you terribly. In March, now that March is over, we have calculated more than $20 million of cancellations. That's a big number. So you can understand how that impacts business and some of the steps we've had to take. So that continues to occur. We'll continue to go through. We have a few rooms coming every day, but even though our dailies show that there'll be 20, 30, 40, 50 rooms, by the time the day gets here, it's in the teens. So we're enduring that. We're getting through it. We're open. We're going to stay open. There are over 100 hotels closed in LA. We are open. We will stay open. All of our properties are open. The Colorado properties are open. Simi Valley is open, and the Hilton will remain open. On April the 9th, Universal just yesterday announced that they actually will close through May 31st. That was sobering news. I mean, again, we're a destination location, but I wanted to give you an update so that you can have some kind of a frame of reference to understand how long this may occur. I originally had predicted 6 to 8 weeks. We know now that it's going to last likely through May. And if things could change, we hope for the better. Those that pray, I urge you to pray. We need intervention at this time. Layoffs, unfortunately, will continue through that time. We will be calling back as soon as we need help. We do have a couple of projects going on that was already started when the layoffs happened. One of those, for those that work in the laundry and housekeeping, we're getting a brand new ironer. We're retiring our 40-year-old ironer. Actually, I think it's 50 years old. And when you come back, we'll have a brand new ironer in the laundry to iron the sheets, a humongous apparatus that is bigger than a car. It's probably the size of 2 or 3 cars. It's a huge machine, but it does a massive amount of work for us. So you will see that. We're starting that installation in a couple of weeks. We're doing the preparation now. So we have had to call back a couple of engineers to help with that. And thank you for those that will be coming back to help get that done. So we hope for the major callbacks to start in middle to, at least at the end of May or early in June. We hope to be back full steam ahead by the end of June. That's our goal right now. And as I hear everything and hear the news, so we change that and change our predictions, but that's currently what I can tell you. I wanted to go over the list of assistance to make sure that no one is forgetting how to reach out for assistance. Obviously, unemployment, you should have already applied. If you get booted off, if it crashes, and I've been told by, I think now they're saying there's more than 10 million people nationwide that have applied for unemployment. So the system has been crashing. So don't give up, keep trying, be persistent, be diligent, be vigilant, and don't give up. So apply, but then remind yourself every week to trace it, to go in and fill in your current weekly schedule of being totally off or partially off so that your checks will continue to come. The CARE Act has been passed. I'm curious, we talked about unemployment. How many of you received the CARE Act money? Has anybody received that? No, nobody yet. And that's what we're hearing too. They're so jammed right now. You know, when you see the news, the treasurer, you can see the checks running on the machine. That's obviously hoping that one of them is yours, and they're rolling, but we're not hearing that anybody has received those yet. So hopefully those will come soon and help you. Healthcare, just reminding you, if you're laid off fully, don't worry about your healthcare. We're picking up the tab if you're a participant in our healthcare program, whether you're in Colorado or Simi Valley or Hilton. We're paying the bill, and we will continue to do that likely through May. If you have not already, please don't be too embarrassed to reach out to your local food pantries. That's what they're there for. There are many in the area. In LA alone, there are more than 30. We have donated to some of those. So, and we also, as you know, sent out a care packet. I was on a conference call last week when Vicente and his group sent the, or you all came around the drive, and I wanted so much to see that. He took a little video and I got to see a few of your faces, but I wanted so much to be up there and wave at you and say hi to you. But the response was great. And I know that Simi Valley and Colorado are also putting together care packages for their team members, and I'm not sure the date of the availability, but that will be announced soon at their locations. Wanted to make sure that, you know, and this is, I'm not trying to pry into your business, but I care about you. If you have debts, if you have rent payments, if you have mortgage payments, reach out to your creditors, talk to your credit card people, your landlord, you know, the people that you owe money to. There is protection for eviction. Conserve your cash. Doesn't defer, I mean, it doesn't make the problem go away. It will be deferred, but you have a period of time. I think the ordinance in California and LA is that if you defer your rent and you cannot pay it, there will be no evictions, and that you have all the way till the end of the year to catch that back up. So please use those, but I recommend that you don't just ignore it. Talk to your creditors, call your banker, call your landlord, talk to them, have a conversation. That's the right thing to do, and it will make life easier for you. But conserve your cash. 401k, if you're participating in 401k, there's cash there, it's yours. The IRS has relaxed the rules on being able to borrow from it on hardship loans. If you happen to have a loan that you already have that you borrowed before, they've suspended the requirement to pay those with no penalty. So again, you should communicate. You shouldn't ignore it. Don't just let it go, but communicate with your Fidelity. Send in a request or a note. Contact them to let them know that you are going to defer or forbear your loan payments with your 401k. Sun Hill Properties, again, our position, do all that you can. Get your unemployment, apply for the CARE Act money, talk to your creditors, do all that you can, the food pantries, everything that you can possibly do. When all that's done, we stand here for you. We're not going to ignore you. We will take assistance case by case. It's up to you to call us. We need to hear from you. Let us know what's happening, what we can do to help you, but we're not going to ignore you. We'll be as open and honest as we can. Sun Hill does support our team members through these kind of things. We have assistance available, and we can explain that to you as you need it, but if it's an individual first questions we'll ask is, what have you done? You obviously need to be able to prove that you've done all you can. You've applied for the assistance that's available to you, because we can't do what the federal government can do. We can't do what you can do, what's appropriated and available for you. Please call us if you need us. Such a time as this, very special time. It's Holy Week. It's important that you stay healthy. Stay positive. Exercise your body and your mind. If you allow yourself to become negative and mope around and lay around, your body and mind are on. But it'll also do good things. Use your time as a benefactor. Get up, stay up. Don't lay around. Don't slouch around, because your body and your mind will be affected by that process. I just really encourage you to get up and stay up. Get to know your family. How many of us always say, boy, I wish I had more time for my family? Well, you have it. Use it. Enjoy it. Get along. Be nice to one another. Be kind to one another. Be patient. My wife, she's not used to me being home. Even though I live right here in the hotel, I'm not at home as often as you might think. And I've seen her at times where she's just in tears. Maybe you've had a time like that where it just was too overwhelming. You're pent up, you can't get out, you can't go, and you just feel overwhelmed. That's life. Your perspective on that and how you deal with that and how you reach out to family, your loved ones, your friends here at work, us, people that are home make a big difference. So keep your perspective well there. Read wholesome books. Don't let this time be idle. Don't sit there and watch movies all day long. I mean, it's fine to do that a little bit of the time, but put something in your mind that's going to help you. Develop a skill, sharpen your saw, sharpen a skill during this time, make you a better person when you return back to work for yourself or your family. Join a virtual exercise group. I have a daughter-in-law that her job is to work at a fitness center, and she's an exercise coach, and I make fun of her all the time. She gets up at dark 30 and runs, I don't know, 3 to 5 miles. She does marathons. Drives me crazy. And she did this all the way up into her last trimester of pregnancy. Who she just has they just had my brand new latest granddaughter, which I love, and I love the pictures every day. But she keeps herself healthy and active and motivates people. So join a virtual exercise group. It's helpful, beneficial. Idle time is a danger to yourself mentally and physically. Don't let it happen. Use this time wisely. Make time a benefactor for yourself. Find ways to laugh. I like comedy. I like, sometimes comedy gets a little rogue, and I don't like nastiness, but I try to find about 15 or 20 minutes during the day or during the evening to listen to it, make myself laugh. It's good for the invest time to change a few habits to improve yourself, improve your family. Pray, meditate, breathe. I find myself sometimes overwhelmed in knowing you're at home and wondering how it's going for you, and wondering what's life like. I miss you. And I find that if I just stop and close my eyes and breathe, that it makes a big difference. Just take time. Don't let yourself become overwhelmed and stay overwhelmed. Life has a way of kicking us in the butt once in a while. But I'm telling you, if you practice some of what I'm telling you today, and if you get serious about it, it will make a difference for you. And I hope that you will take heed on that. This is Holy Week. For those of you who believe in Christ, believe in God, this is a special time for you. God's not down in lockdown. He's there. He's available. He's capable to help you. He has unlimited strength just for you to ask. It's times like this that he promises that he will get us through these times. So don't forget that. Reach out, and even if you don't believe, maybe this is a time for you to reflect and reach out to someone who would pray with you or be with you or help encourage you. I'm telling you, don't be alone, or don't be alone. Reach out to people. Reach out to your friends. Do video calls. My sister emailed this morning to all of our siblings. I think it's sibling week, right? Is this sibling week? I heard somebody say it was sibling week. There's 5 of us. I was in the middle. I have 2 older ornery brothers and a young, very wonderful, pleasant, very peaceful younger brother, and an ornery sister. And we try to care for one another. And she said, look, we all celebrate Easter or in our own ways, but we can't go to church this Easter Sunday. But let's agree to go out and sing Amazing Grace at 10 o'clock in the morning on Easter Sunday. So I think those are good things to do. So reach out to your family, make those kind of rendezvous, do video calls, face chat. There's so much. Technology is friendly these days to help us through these times. Just imagine if this happened without cell phones and computers. And yes, I lived through those days where the computer was a computer card, a punch card. If anybody ever remember that was my first computer class in college back in many years ago, where the computer programs were a punch card. But can you imagine going through this without the technology that we have today? Would have been much harder. There are many people who went through times like this without that technology, still survived. So where 2 or 3 are gathered, he will honor your faith. He'll be there for you. I encourage you to do that. Take that as a cause for yourself and reach out. I appreciate you joining today. I hope this update has been beneficial and uplifting to you. That was my goal. care so much about you. Miss you. But this will pass. Just hang in there, be strong, feed your mind and your soul with good things. So it's great to see the faces I can see. There's, I think, more than 100 on the call today. Wish I could reach out and touch all of you and hug you or shake your hand or hug your neck. They're telling us when this all gets over that we may not be able to do that anymore, that it's the old elbow bump or you know, the wave, the 6-foot rule. But whatever it is, you know, I just know this building is not the same without you. As I said last 2 weeks ago, doorknobs and light switches are nothing without the people. I need you back, want you back as soon as you can, as soon as we can. So God bless you. God be with you. And please reach out for assistance if we can help you. So I know there may be some questions coming in, so we'll try to get to some of those. Do you have any right off the bat here?
Just good comments, but no questions.
Okay. Any questions that we can answer for anyone? I was glad to see that some of you are getting your unemployment checks already. You know, so hopefully those will begin to trickle in and be of assistance to you. The CARE Act money should be out soon. They said it was going to be 3 to 4 weeks anyway, and we're right there. So it should be rolling out this week or next.
Just God bless. Happy Easter.
Happy Easter to all of you. Again, I love you. I appreciate you. I miss you. Stay well, stay healthy, feed your mind and your soul with good things. This too shall pass. God bless you.